Hi, my name is David Weiss, and I am here to discuss the power and importance of music correlating to the human brain, emotional health, and how it does really have an effect on the human body. When a lot of people may say that music does not affect them whatsoever, it truly does. That is a common misconception in today's world, is that the things that we listen to and partake in, especially music, does not do anything to them. That they can listen to anything that they want, and it will just kind of brush off everything that we indulge in, whether it is entertainment, whether it is the things we read, whether it's especially things we listen to. They go directly into our ears that we are immediately hearing and responding to. They do have an effect on us, whether they are positive or they are negative. It will have an effect. Nothing just stays neutral. Music is one of the most common things in the entire world. It is everywhere. It will follow you into every place you go because music is used in a variety of ways. If you go to a grocery store, you will most normally hear music playing throughout the aisles. If you're in an elevator, you will hear that throughout there as well. There are music, and there is music all over the place. It is everywhere. It is especially common. The way that it is used, it is something that can make you feel certain ways, make you feel different ways. Music and yourself have a very interesting relationship. It's very personal. Um, when you listen to music, music has different feels. Music has different ways that it is written, has different ways that it is played. Music that it can be used to change the way you feel and affect it emotionally. When you are listening to happy music, upbeat music, music with a fast rhythm, a fast beat, something that is high tempo. Usually, stuff like that will also correlate to you and put you in that better mood. When you are driving with your friends in the car, there is usually that one song. I know it is for me. There is one song that you play to lighten the mood. There's one song you play to get people excited. There's one song that you play to really pick it up. And that song emotionally has an effect to bring positivity, has an effect to bring energy, bring joy. That is what that music does. But there is also an effect when it comes to sad music, slower music with a slow beat that is really low tempo, stuff like that, is as a common misconception with that. People think that when you listen to a song such as that, it really brings in, you want to be sad, you want to be depressed, you want to be lonely, you want to just indulge in those sorrows. But that is not the case when it comes to sad music. Listening to sad music actually brings in a big factor with music, and that comes with empathy. Just having that sort of feeling and emotion that you have someone who relates to how you feel and relates to the emotions that you're going through, because music has an effect on those emotions, and music does change it like that. You may be listening to that sad song thinking that you don't understand anything, you don't feel anything, but it's really giving you a sense of empathy, not really making you sadder, and it's having that effect on you. It is doing something to change that and have an effect. There was a study that was taken by a university, and it was called mood congruent experiences. So, in those mood congruent experiences, that is a sort of motion where you are listening to music, and when you listen to that music, your mood changes and your mood has a different variety of responses. In that study that was shown, when you listen to music that has a higher beat and contributes to, say, joy, students that listen to that music actually did feel more joy, were more productive, and other such, etc. And those students who did not listen to anything like that, they just kind of stayed the same. The people who listen to happier music and better music did have a good effect and a good positive reaction to that, which therefore made them have a better result. Um, so, with that, is clear evidence through a study that music uh, does have an effect on that. Music has an effect on your emotions, and music has an effect on your health. When it comes to the health aspect of music and the human brain, the brain is very, very important when it comes to how things we take in. One big facet of the brain is the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe of the brain is a is a functioning part of our brain that deals with creativity and decision making and overall a lot of thinking and stuff that we do. So whatever, our brains are constantly developing. The human brain is not fully developed until the age of 25. So when you are listening to certain music and when you are listening to certain podcasts, whatever it may be, that stuff has an effect on your frontal lobe. Your frontal lobe will take in these ideas and take in these concepts that you're listening to, and whether it will boost in the thought of that or it'll make it numb. So when you listen to violent music like rap music talking about a lot of sexual things, a lot of violence, drugs, whatever it may be, when you listen to that and you indulge in that, you become numb to that. You don't realize that this stuff is terrible, this stuff's horrible, we need to be pushing it away from it. And listening to it kind of makes you numb to it. So being aware of what we are listening to, what we are taking in, music has an effect on you. It changes the way you think, it changes the way that you feel, and it will, and it always will be. It will not have a neutral effect. So with that, um, that is my final thought and my final state that music does have an effect on the human brain, and listening to negative things will have negative impacts. So listen to the right music and put good things in your brain.